What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we've got another cool product we're going to be checking out. It is some LED floodlights by Novostella. So let's jump into the video. So we've got some cool LED lights here, and just a huge thank you to Novostella for reaching out to me and asking if I'd be interested in trying out these lights. And if you guys are like me, I'm always looking for cool new lights or different things I can use for my photo setups. Maybe different colors on the wall, whatever it might be. I'm always looking for new cool products to try out to help out my setup here. So I want to check out these guys. I'm going to unbox them. We're going to try them out. I'll use them outside, inside, see how they work out, and kind of go from there. And just looking at the box, some of the cool things about these guys is they work with Alexa and Google. So if you have any of that kind of smart home stuff, these are going to work for you, all wireless. There's an app for it that you can use that I'm looking forward to trying out, see how that works. And you could do any color on this. I mean, who doesn't like to try all kinds of different colors, right? So let's just get right into unboxing this guy. All right, let's open this guy up here and see what we got. Big old board. Looks like they're together here. Some instructions. All right, box, don't need that. All right, so it looks like they're both packaged up here. Looks like we've got some literature there. Let's just go ahead and take these guys out first. That's what we're all interested in, right? All right, here we go. These are 20-watt floodlights. You can see got all the LEDs in there. We got a cord here. So we got two lights here, which come in the package. Let's see what kind of literature we got here. And if you've seen any of my other unboxing videos, always recommend read the instructions, right? Because you never know what you might learn. There are little instructions, and it looks like we have two antennas. Now, they do work off an app, which is kind of cool. And looks like we've got two antennas here. So we're going to check out the manual and see where we screw those guys in real quick. So I'm going to take a quick look at this. Definitely check it out if you got any new products, and then let's see where those guys go. All right, so I'm going through checking out the instructions. Looks like there's an app we got to download. We can sync these guys up to the app, and then we can use that to connect it to Alexa and Google and then change the colors and do all kinds of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and download the app, and I'm going to show you guys what that process is. So they make it real easy here in the instructions. They've got a QR code. You can just scan that. Should bring you right to the app. So let's give that a try and see if it works. All right, so I've got the instructions, got my app, QR code. We're going to scan that. iOS, bringing us to the App Store here, and Smart Life, Smart Living, that's the app. So I'm going to go ahead and hit get. We're going to download that. All right, so while that downloads, put that on the side, put the instruction on the side. We're going to go ahead and put in these antennas. So these guys work off of Wi-Fi, and this helps the signal get out a little bit better. So let's see, if we take a look on these guys, if you take a look at them, they actually have a little bar here that you can mount them. You can mount them to your house, a board, or whatever you want to mount it to. Put some screws through there and you can mount it. And it does make it easy. You can just use an Allen wrench here to take off this bracket, screw it into whatever you need to, and then you can just put the bolts back in, no problem. So right here on the top, it looks like we've got a spot for the antenna. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw these guys in here. Snug, not over tight, but snug is good. Same thing on this one. All right, that's good. Okay, might as well undo these cords too while we're waiting. All right, so looks like the app is good to go here. So before we get going loading these guys up, let's get going with this app here. We're gonna go ahead and click the app. Looks like we got to register or create an account. So I'm gonna go ahead and register. Go ahead, fill out your email address, get verification code. Go ahead and paste in that code. Then it looks like we got to enter a password. Go ahead and click done. All right, now it looks like we've got a little tutorial here on how to add these devices in. Tap plus to add a smart device. Okay, got it. So let's plug these guys in and see if we can add them into the app. Whoa, whoa, blinded me. Pretty bright. Watch your eyes. I'm gonna aim them this way so we don't blind you guys. Woo, okay, all right. They're pretty bright, Hopefully I didn't throw off my exposure too much. Maybe I should put them down here on the floor and aim them towards the wall just so it doesn't mess me up over here. Woo, man, those are bright. Wow, hold on, I'm gonna check my exposure, make sure we're still all right here. All right, I think we should be okay. So let's go ahead and click add device. All right, guys, so I had to take a little break and just figure out how to get these things connected. So there's no on or off button. There's no sync button on here. And I was having some trouble getting it to sync up to that app. And it took me a while to figure it out because I read through the instructions and it said, turn it on, turn it off. There's no on or off button. So I wasn't quite sure what was going on. So got it figured out. Got one working behind me here. So now let's go through the app. I'm going to show you how to get this guy set up in case you're having some troubles. All right, so let's get in the app. We're in the app here. I've got the light right here. And what I want to do is go ahead and add a new light. So I'm going to click the little plus icon in the top corner here. Next in the app, I want to come down to lighting. And then the one that I want to pick here, which was confusing because it didn't say in the instructions which one you should pick here. What I ended up finding out was it's this one, lighting Wi-Fi. I'll highlight it here on the screen for you. Lighting Wi-Fi. So go ahead and click that. And now it's going to ask you to select your network. So you need to have a 2.4 gigahertz network. If you only have the 5 gigahertz network, this is not going to connect to it. Don't know why, but that's how it is. So on my network, I have an Orbi mesh system. It does 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz, figures it out by itself. So that's what I have, and it took me a little while to get this connected. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my information here. I'm going to say next after I put in the password. Now, you need to get this thing into pairing mode. So how do you do that? Well, I kept plugging it in, and it wasn't doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to start flashing. It wasn't flashing. There's no on or off button, although in the instructions it says cycle it on and off. Turn your switch on and off and on and off. I didn't have a switch. Wasn't working. It was driving me a little crazy. So, got my plug here. Let's turn this away from everybody so I don't blind you. Go ahead and plug this in. So if I plug it in, notice it just turns on. It stays on, doesn't go in pairing mode or anything like that. So, being that I don't have it hooked up to a switch, what I did was I just plugged it and unplugged it 3 times, like this. 1, 2, 3. And now, if I give it a second, it should start blinking. There it goes. Okay. So you want it to be blinking fast like this, and that's how you're going to know it's in pairing mode. So it took me a while to figure that out because I don't have it hooked to a light switch. It's just hooked to an extension cord to an outlet. So now that it's in that mode, we can get back to the app here, and it's blinking fast at ½ a second per time. So go ahead and click that option in the app. You're going to give it a minute or two here to cycle through. It's going to sync up with your Wi-Fi, so then you control the light through the app. There's no buttons on the light. You can't do anything with it there. It's all controlled through the app. So we're gonna give this a second here to load up, and then I'll show you how it works here in the app. Okay, so if we look at the screen here on the app, we are connected. The default name is Smart Light 2 because I did add in the other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and click done. And now you'll see we've got options to control this light. Right now it's on bright white, and you can change it, the color of white, to a warm color. You can pick any color you want. You can adjust the brightness right here in the app. If you come over to the next one, here's where you got the options to change your colors to any color that you want. You can also change the brightness right here. You can change the amount of saturation, which is kind of cool too. So say, all right, this blue's a little too saturated. I want to bring that back, make it a little less saturated, take it out of my eyes because it's really bright. I'll bring that back up to 100 here. And then it also has different scenes that you can select. It's got night scene here. And some of them rotate between colors, some of them don't, but you can click through. We have read, working, we have leisure. There's all kinds of different cool scenes in here. Colorful, where it'll change through colors. All kinds of different cool stuff that you can do in here. So let's go back and I'm just gonna pick, let's just pick night and leave it at that for now. So let's say I wanna change the name of this light. How do I do that? So if you look at the top of the app here, it says Smart Light 2, and you've got the little pen with the line under it next to it. So if you go ahead and click that, then that brings you into some settings here where you can allow Alexa or Google to control the light, which is pretty cool. You can do other things here too, but I want to change the name. So right next to Smart Light 2, I'm going to go ahead and click that. And in the middle here, you've got Smart Light 2. I'm going to click that, back up, and I'm going to call this Flood LED 2 because I called the other one Flood LED 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and confirm that. It's gonna change the name. Now I know which one is which. And you can just go back in your app and come back and select any color that you might want. Pretty cool. These guys are really bright. I'm actually gonna do some tests outside at night, and I'll put that at the end of the video here so you guys can see how bright it is at night. And I'm probably gonna use them in the studio here because I think it'd be awesome to get some more color on the back here. And the little LED strip lights that I have going up around the back, they work well. But sometimes, depending on how bright I make my light, they kind of get washed out on the wall behind me. So I may use them down here, may use them outside, or I've got a little outside porch, which it could be kind of cool, and I may try it out there too. I'm gonna show you guys some examples of this just so you can see how it looks. So you do have some other cool features here that you can use. You can set schedules and timers and make it change colors at different times, all kinds of cool stuff that you can do. And one thing that I didn't mention yet is that these guys are waterproof, which is awesome. You can't submerge them in water, but it is okay to leave them outside, let them get wet, get in the rain, all that kind of stuff. They're not going to be destroyed or ruined or anything by that. They are waterproof, which is pretty sweet. All right, so overall first impression, what do I think about these lights? The lights themselves, I think they're awesome. I think they're bright. They've got great colors. I think they do a good job of spreading the light out. And again, I'm going to show you some examples here in a few minutes outside and what they look like outside at night or when it's getting dark out. I'm going to show you that. But I did have a little bit of trouble getting it set up in the app and syncing everything up because the instructions weren't quite all that clear for me. But a little bit of trial and error and fumbling through it, and we figured it out. So I hope that what I did in this video was helpful to you guys if you decide to go pick up these lights. So if you're interested in checking out these guys, you can pick them up for around $69, I think they are. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can head on over, check that out, or any of the other cool products that Novostella has. They've got a lot of great LED products, a lot of cool lighting stuff. So head on over to their website, check it out. And the link that I leave is an affiliate link. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do earn a little bit of commission off of it if you decide to purchase anything through that link. So now let's play some video here of some samples that I'm gonna do and let you guys see what you think. Real quick, just wanted to show you guys how I mounted up these lights, just so it's easier for me to move around and really so it works better down in my studio here. So I basically just mounted them to a board, which makes it easier for me to move. All right, first sample we're gonna do is on the front of the house here. We're gonna do a quick little sweep, show you what it looks like during the day, and then you're gonna see what it looks like at night here. So here's the second location. It's in my backyard. I'm just gonna do a little sweep here, show you what it looks like during the day, and then you're gonna see the sample here at night. All right, so all in all, I think these lights are awesome. I'm definitely gonna be using them down here in my studio, and I've actually been using them for at least the last month's worth of videos. If you check out any of my videos, you're gonna see the lights in the background there. They are part of my LED strip on the top, and mostly those LED floodlights that I've put down on the floor here. So I'm happy with the lights. They put a good spread on the wall behind me. They help me be able to change any color I want so that when I have my light in front of me, a little brighter if I need to, the colors don't get all washed out on the back wall here. So if you're looking for some good LED floodlights, definitely recommend these. Go check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can go check that out. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.